Hello, 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 and welcome. This is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 12 Reunion Part 1. Okay? Reunion Part 1. And I have a special guest. Okay? So let's get started.
Hey girl, hey. Hey Indigo. How you
Hey,
doing?
Miss Mary. Okay, Miss Mary, quite contrary. Okay. How you doing, girl?
I'm okay, girl. Let's jump right into these pictures, girl. Let's just jump right into the pictures.
Exactly. But
To
I
the
do want to
pictures
say
of Beverly Hills. Let's just jump right in.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Reunion Season 12, Part 1. But I do want to say, Miss Mary, thank you for coming back. Okay.
You're welcome.
I truly enjoyed you. Um,
And I
and
love
for
you.
whatever reason, the very first time we talked, we had chemistry. Okay. It was like you was a sister from another mister for me. So thank you so much.
You're
Okay.
welcome. You're welcome.
Obviously another mister. Um, but we just gelled, and I'm happy and giddy anytime that you can come on my show, and I really appreciate it. Okay. From
And
deep
I
down.
love you, Miss Indigo. Okay, question number 1 pertaining to the bitches.
Yes. Who was the biggest villain of everyone from what you've seen on screen?
Diana.
Okay. Now I emphasize on screen, and your answer probably still is going to be the same, but because I'm not talking about any social media, just
Diana,
on screen,
yes,
just these
just
shows.
on
Okay.
screen. Diana,
All right.
yes,
And
Diana.
you know what? And I
And
agree.
I'm gonna base that on the way she treated Sutton and
Yes.
the way she treated Garcelle on screen, because she was extremely bitchy to Sutton and Garcelle for no reason.
And it was like she was coming for them.
Yes.
Like as soon as she got on, she didn't even know Sutton, but she like the first episode she said it was tacky to bring that stuff up at the table about the charity.
Yeah.
She didn't even know Sutton. That was crazy. So I agree. Question number 2: who was the most boring?
Crystal.
Okay.
And I don't mean to be mean, but I feel like Crystal's only storyline is her eating disorder. And that's been for the past couple of seasons.
Yeah. For me, it's a toss up between Dorit and Crystal.
Right. Okay.
It's a toss
Like
up
the
for me.
Reed, like the Reed, I feel like she had a little bit more meat this season, and it's unfortunate because of the tragedy of what happened with her home invasion.
Yeah.
You saw a little bit of the human in the Reed because of the mom. She was fearful of her children's
Her
safety.
vulnerability came out.
Yes.
Vulnerability will make you human.
Right.
When your vulnerability is exposed, you can't help but become human.
Right. Like that scene where we see her have the panic attack.
Sitting on that bench, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like
hair not combed.
Right. All that
no
stuff.
Makeup.
All that stuff made her more interesting. Not just look at my labels. Look at my labels, look at my hair, the Reed that you see every season. You know what
And
I
that
mean?
puts her above Crystal's boringness.
Right,
Right?
Crystal
Right.
every
Okay. And I agree.
season.
I can agree
Right,
with that.
Crystal every season. It's I'm vulnerable. It's my eating disorder. I'm crying. I don't mean to be mean. I don't mean to be mean, but that is her the only thing that she brings to the plate as a housewife. Talking as a housewife. If we're talking as a housewife,
Yeah.
that's the only thing she brings to the plate.
I feel Crystal is
And the
she
fact
makes
that
me feel Crystal makes me feel like she's still auditioning. She puts me in a state of mind of she's still auditioning to be on this show. And it's like, bitch, you're on the show.
like the fact that she like at the reunion, it was brought up that Crystal's 14 of her friends aren't talking to her.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I love that specific number, 14.
Yes.
But we're gonna get into Crystal at the reunion in a bit, because at the reunion it was like Crystal versus everybody. But so we're gonna get into that. And at the reunion, it was like she was still auditioning. She was still auditioning at the reunion. Yes. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Okay.
Number 3.
What's your next question?
Who was the most entertaining? Your face.
I fucking hate to say, well, you know something?
No. Who?
I'm gonna say it's a toss up because I fucking love her and she entertains me no matter what the fuck she does. Kathy Hilton. Okay, Kathy Hilton, no matter what she does. But what's the term I'm looking for? You got to give me a second because my brain is scrambled.
I like your nails.
Thank you. For housewives material, like no, I'm trying to think of the right term so I don't sound crazy.
Okay, and I just want to remind our listening viewers that this is for who's most entertaining. So remember, you guys, I want you to participate in this as well. Drop your answers down in this hot 7, okay? I'm calling it the hot 7. I'm putting Mary in the hot seat, asking her 7 questions about this season as a whole. And please remember, you guys can drop down in those comments and answer them yourselves as I number them. Okay, so be sure to put them in order so there's no confusion. So number 3 is, who was the most entertaining?
And when it comes to being a housewife requirement as entertaining, I would say Lisa Rinna, because she always stirs up the shit. And you know, every season, eventually, Lisa is gonna come crawling out somewhere, and there's gonna be a major plot point, and Lisa is gonna be right, and Rinna's gonna be right in the middle of it. You know it. Every fucking season, and I can't stand the bitch.
Okay, here's my answer for most entertaining. Sutton. She showed up and showed out. She started out the blocks, and then I learned she had testosterone or whatever, and I was like, oh my God, that make you act like that? Well, get some more. And then when she admitted that she had testosterone shots, then she said, I gotta pull back a little bit. And it did look like she pulled back because then she became soft. I'm like, girl, no, go big or go home with the testosterone shots. Sut showed up to play. Shit. She said, because I don't like him. Like, she just told Erica, like, fuck you. Hey, she was not the same Sutton as we had just that previous season where she was crying on that porch talking about, she threatened my life. Sutton showed up and said, I'm going to threaten your life. And when Rinna, she said, I got receipts. And then Rinna said, that is tacky to bring out receipts. After Rinna had brought out receipts. Now,
yes, I know, Rinna, I know.
Sutton served both them bitches in that one dinner. Dinner, she had to serve 2 dishes.
Rinna with the double standards. It's tacky to bring out receipts.
After she brought out her receipts.
Rinna's queen of the fucking receipts. Who is she joking?
girl. And then there was Diana along talking about that is just bad. Girl, shut your ass. Ooh, shut your ass up. And in my review of that episode, I actually did a freeze frame of Rinna giving her receipts to Dorit, who was next to her, and then because they changed seating at one point, but it was Rinna, then Dorit, and then Diana, and Dorit and Rinna. I caught Rinna giving Dorit the receipt paper,
Right.
And Dorit looking at it, and Diana kind of looking at it too. And then after that, they said it was tacky to have receipts. When Sutton said she had her receipts. Well, actually, Garcelle had to practically pry it out of her hands, which I didn't like. I was like, Sutton, go big or go home now. Okay, number 4. Who was the best dressed?
The whole season?
Yeah.
Oh, a toss-up between Sutton and Garcelle.
You like the way Garcelle dressed? Garcelle was hit and miss for me. Like, I was really cheering, but I will say, and then it's hard to, because, okay, the best dressed this season, it's hard for me because I looked at all of them, and all of them had good moments and all of them had bad moments. But I'm going to say Sutton, and the reason why is because she's come a long way.
Yeah, she has. Sutton has come a long way, girl.
The only bad thing I can say, the only bad outfit I can recall for her is that cat on that date, that cat sweater. No, ma'am. On a date.
Leave the cat sweater alone. Leave the cat sweater alone. I like the cat sweater. And when I see
Sutton on the first date, okay, girl, explain, Mary.
When I see Sutton at BravoCon tomorrow, I'm gonna let her know that I am Team Cat Sweater. I'm gonna walk right up to her and tell her I'm Team. And by the way, you know what I'm planning on doing tomorrow at BravoCon, right?
What? No.
First of all,
I wish I could be there. Like,
first of all, it is photo op with Kathy Hilton. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't care if I have to stand online for 3 hours, but I'm getting
a picture.
You will. I'm getting a picture with Kathy Hilton, and I'm going to walk up to her and say, "Hey, Kathy, don't worry, everything's hunky dory. I'll do the Congo with you."
That sounds good. That sounds good. It's gonna make her laugh really hard, and it's gonna be.
That's what I'm aiming for.
So, like, serious conversations that they've had. Who do you feel like had the least to contribute?
Dorit. Dorit never has anything to contribute to conversation.
She did when they got into at Aspen when
oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
She said a lot and then was crying with Kyle and hugging Kyle, and then said, "Hey, I just talked to PK, which why you call him PK?" And he said, "PK and I want y'all to get along." Like, this is weird. You come in the middle of them and said,
Mauricio said, "We said get along."
This is weird. Like, okay, like, why did he have to even mention PK? I just got done talking to PK. First of all, if I'm upset, which Kyle stayed upset. Did you notice? She said, "Yeah, okay." She hugged her and then she went in that room and closed that door. And she was
still mad. She was like, "I need a minute."
Yeah, she still was upset. So she didn't give a damn about Mauricio or PK. She was upset. How do you feel about her being upset about Dorit spending the time that was scheduled for the group with,
I don't fucking blame her. I don't blame her at all.
Wait a minute.
That shit. Wait a second. Dorit is supposed to be my BFF. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You feel like she should have been with Kyle, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said fuck that shit. Okay, yeah.
She should have been with Kyle. Like,
exactly. I agree. I agree. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I feel like Dorit was coming from. I'll have more camera time with consoling Erica than I would with the whole group of women who she already know that like Garcelle and Kyle are producing the show,
Right,
and they,
of course.
you know, doing what they doing, and the light will be on whoever they want it to be on. Her break-in story has expired, per se. And so how else will she get camera time?
Right.
I'm gonna stay with Erica, who they've been talking about, and I'm gonna console her. I even caught her looking at the camera. Like in one of my reviews, I said, "Who is she looking at?" I said, "But moving right up, like Erica is crying, and she got her arm around her, but she looking at the camera." Doree is looking at the camera with her arm around Erica while she's crying. Why are you looking at the camera, ma'am?
Because that's Doree Kemsley, ma'am.
That seems so wrong to me. All right, next question. Number 6. Who would you trust with your secrets? Any of the cast members that
None of these bitches. No.
Any of them. Like including the friends of the shows. Like if you had
Kathy would be the only one I would trust with my secrets, because Kathy is such dingling like me. She will forget the minute you tell her. That's why me and Kathy are kindred spirits, because we're both dinglings. We both carry purses that have so much shit in them. We don't know if we're coming or going, but we're fucking boss ladies and we pull it off.
You're counting on her to be okay.
Kathy will just forget.
You're counting on her to forget.
I don't trust any of these bitches.
Trying to think. You know what?
Come on, you got a minute. Kathy's the only one you can trust.
She's a good one. She really is. Because, and I'm gonna tell you why she's good to choose. Because she's so famous to where she counts on people to keep her secrets.
Exactly.
So with that energy of I know I want you to keep my secrets, she'll keep your secrets. So that's to me what makes her good. I also would choose Garcelle and Sutton. I would.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that
Garcelle. Yeah, I would choose Garcelle.
Yeah.
But she also works for a TV news show, so that
doesn't mean she's gonna.
I know, but still,
it was canceled. Let me let you know, Mary, it was canceled. Sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, all right.
I know, but still.
But no, she calls herself a journalist.
I should shut up because I'm a journalist.
Exactly.
I should shut up.
So I shouldn't tell you shit else about my life. Watch when
I should shut up. Miss Storcastle.net over here. Miss Storcastle.net talking about those journalists.
When I get famous, you gonna pull out okay, so when I get famous by 2030 or whatever, you're gonna be like, Indigo, in 2022, didn't you famous? I'm gonna be like, girl, and you're gonna say, you knew I was a journalist. Fuck that. You my friend first, bitch.
Exactly, bitch. I'm telling you, bitch.
Like I'm telling you right now, you my friend first. Don't you report nothing.
But I don't trust Sutton that much with a secret.
Why not?
I don't know. Just something about Sutton. I just don't.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I'll trust these bitches with secrets. Okay, next question.
Number 7. Who, and this is the last one. Who do you want just 5 minutes with and why? Like if you could get 5 good minutes. Now this is me not knowing you going to the BravoCon, but if you could just have 5 good minutes with one of those ladies to ask and talk to them any way you want to. Ask and talk to them.
Damn.
Like sit them down, but you only have 5 minutes, so you need to like make it very pointed.
All I need is 5 minutes to shell out a good beating.
No, I said ask questions.
That's what I said. That's why I was like, ask questions. Damn, you mean ask questions?
Yeah, you're a journalist.
But first you started saying 5 minutes, and I'm like, 5 minutes with. I'll tell you who I want 5 minutes with.
You so New York. I don't know if that's New York, but I'm like, no, girl. to ask
All
your
right,
as a journalist.
questions. The journalist in me. The
Yeah.
journalist in me would want 5 minutes for Garcelle.
And why?
Because I find her to be a very interesting woman, and I would just want to pick her brain.
Okay. And you
Now-
must feel like she's gonna be honest.
Yes, I feel like she's
Because out of 5 minutes with everybody, the first thing that I'm thinking is who's gonna be honest.
yeah.
And you know what? I do 5 minutes with Sutton. Me personally, I do 5 minutes with Sutton because her journey, it might sound whatever it might sound like, but I'm kind of with her journey. When she first appeared, everybody talked about her clothes and said she didn't fit and why aren't her kids on there and just a whole bunch of trash talking.
Right.
And then her second season, she was bullied. I feel like she was bullied.
Oh,
I can relate to that.
Oh, definitely.
I can relate to that. And then her third season, when she was like, you know what, fuck you too. I can relate to that because that's where I am.
Yep.
After you get torn down so much, first she was torn down about her clothes, then she was torn down about she was torn down by Erica, and then now this season she's just like, well, fuck you too. Okay, it's team
fuck all of y'all hoes. That's what she is right about now.
But then I also relate to her so far as at the end, she still extends her kindness and graciousness to Erica, who was the main enemy per se or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The main antagonist for her. She still is kind to her. That's my ass. So, Sutton,
yeah.
For me, she's the hero. But all right. Now, let's get into the reunion. Shall we? We shall.
Yes, we shall.
So it starts out with Jamie Lee Curtis coming out and talks about her charity and the fact that she has rebranded her charity as the chicest charity. And she gifted them with like selfie pumpkins. What are your thoughts on that?
I thought that was very cute. But first, Indigo, my darling, I want to ask you, what do we think of the ladies' looks?
Oh, gosh.
Because I had feelings. Number one, Kyle, what the fuck are up with your earrings? Number two, Erica and Renna sitting next to each other. They were clashing and giving me a headache. Just watching them, the two of them sitting next to each other.
Let me say this. I didn't like any of them, which is why I tried to skip past them.
Okay, I'm just going to give my opinion.
Go ahead, baby.
My thing is just 2 minutes of what the fuck.
I love it. I'm just admitting why I skipped it.
Okay.
Please,
Renna and Erica, clashing patterns, clashing colors, sitting next together. Oh my God, my eyes, my head, Lord help me. Crystal's yellow. Woo! Okay, so that side of the screen.
I like the color yellow.
Okay, that side of the screen. So you have Renna, Erica, Dorit, which I kind of like Dorit's look. It was okay.
Did you notice the letters on her pearls?
Yes.
What did they say?
I have no idea. I was trying to read them, but
it's a waste. Yes. Because if we can't read it, that's a waste.
Exactly. But Dorit, like compared to the 4 on that side, Dorit was like the lesser out of the 4 evils. Okay. So Dorit's okay.
Like a flapper.
Right. Dorit's like okay.
I don't know what was going on with that. Okay.
And then you have Crystal in this bright big bird yellow, and you're like, ah! Like the yellow's like blinding you. Then Kyle's earrings. Did you notice that she took one off like in the beginning and she was like playing with it and then she put it back on?
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
I was like, what the fuck is she doing? So those earrings, I was like, what the fuck is up with those earrings?
Mm-hmm.
Garcelle, I love you, girl, but I don't know. Sutton was the only one.
I'll say it for you. Garcelle came dressed, and it's often I be trying to give her the best credit because I want to give her credit when she dresses nice, but it's so fucking rare. It's rare. And even that night, I just want to say this. Let me get this off my chest. That night, their finale, when she had all that white on, and it was a charity for the women to wear and display the jewelry for the charity. First of all, I felt like it was disrespectful to not wear any of the jewelry when that was what the fuck you were there for. I didn't appreciate that. Okay. Now Garcella's my homegirl. Like, I like her. She's my girl, but I will call anybody out when they're wrong. I will. Right. That was wrong to show up and not do it. Now, here's another thing that pissed me off. She said, oh, because I got my green, so that's the reason why I'm not doing it. Bullshit. Because Erica diamond earrings was a green, I forget what the stone is called. Right. And then it had little diamonds on the bottom. Bitch, you could have wore that. Because first of all, you arrived way before Erica did. Erica just got the leftovers because that green diamond did not match with her blue sparkly dress anyway. But you, with your green, which was, I did not like, but there was green there. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You were not participating, and I didn't like it. Not you, but I mean, I'm talking about Garcelle, because Kyle said I asked all the ladies to send me their outfits so that I can match jewelry for them. So I feel like if Garcelle had participated in that, she would have known there were green and diamond earrings there to go with it. Right. Don't try to play us for stupid. Right. Don't try to play us for stupid. You purposefully didn't do that, and you thought picking green was gonna be your out. It's not your out, because there was green jewelry there. I don't appreciate that. I don't like that. Right, exactly. So I'm done with my rant. That just pissed me off. And I like Sutton's outfit was also okay. Wasn't a favorite of mine, but it was okay. You know what? It was better. Like, Sutton's clothes is better. Right. She's getting better. Like, I feel like she's getting better. And that doesn't mean it's an A. No, in my class. That's what I'm saying. It's not an A, but it was okay. So it's not an F. Exactly. So Jamie gives them pumpkins with their likeness, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's the chicest thing we've ever seen." Do you know half of them I couldn't recognize? I could only recognize Kyle. Me either. And Dorit. Me too. And everybody else was crystals. I recognize crystals. I think you know what? I wasn't for sure. I think I had spotted it, and then I was like, I'm not for sure. Yes. Everybody else's, I was like, okay, yeah. But it's the chicest pumpkins we've ever seen, Indigo. Girl. And she renamed the charity the Chicest. She rebranded it as the Chicest and thanked them for the platform, because she said, this is what's interesting to me. She said, I didn't realize her platform was this big. Yeah. The one day it was like huge, the biggest, like, well, you know what's funny? Like, that's a person who lives in their own world, to not even like, she ain't never really like heard of Real Housewives. Like, that's actually a huge brand. And I'm not saying, first of all, let me say this. I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying that must be nice to have your own bubble. Right, exactly. To where you don't even know what's going on in the world. She said, I had no idea. Okay. Now, Garcelle then talks about the attack on her son by bots on IG. I wanted to ask you real quick, because I'm sure there's other people out here like me. What are bots? I know bots stand for robots. I know that. I ain't dumb. Basically, IG bots you could purchase, from what I understand, from like these websites or whatever. Like these automated comments, basically. So it's like, and you can make them say good stuff or bad stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it works. How do you control them? I don't know how it I don't know how it works, but there is a way you can do them. And you can purchase some bots to say some good stuff. Right. Or you can purchase some bots to say some bad stuff. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And they're just called bots, and then they just like attack.
Yes.
Like, okay. So for the record, neither one of us knows how it works, but I kind of didn't exactly know exactly what it was, which is why I asked Mary from Kiki and Kibbitz to just kind of help me if she could. I didn't know if she
I
could or
know
not.
more about the whole Philly Diva Black content creator thing. So you're going to ask me about that. Because when she was talking about, oh, I didn't mean about the Black content creator.
Yes, girl.
You
We're
can
gonna
ask
get
me
there.
about that. So when we get there,
We're gonna get there.
I actually saw that happening in real time on IG.
Yes, because Miss Mary, I call her Miss Mary, okay, quite contrary. I'm not gonna leave that out,
I
but
mean, I'm
Mary
not
knows a
as
lot
active
about
in the Bravo
IG
world on IG as in
and
posting, but I see stuff.
yeah.
And this Philly Diva account, I follow her.
Okay, hold on, because we're gonna
So
get there.
we're gonna get
But
there.
I just want to tell my viewers and yours when they come over and watch that, which they already know. But Mary, one of the many reasons why I love you so much is because you take the time out to look at these people's social media's accounts, okay, and then you report on them, and we all just kind of wait for that because we can't follow everybody. We're not on everybody. We're not as smart as you when it comes to what they talking about.
Right.
You can sniff something out. Like you're like, oh, this is what this is. And like, and then you do a video on it and we appreciate that. And the link for Kiki and Kibbitz will be in the description box below. So y'all better go over there and support them. And also in that moment, she says, don't attack my children.
Right.
And she said she has an investigation going on. And so here's what I learned, that it said, leave Diana alone. Because I was wondering, how would you choose? Because I had heard that, like, oh, Diana was blamed for the bots. And I was like, how would you choose who in your cast is blamed for the bots? And why would you choose your cast? Like, this is weird to me.
Right.
But again, I didn't look at which we'll talk about in detail later, but I didn't watch their accounts like the way you do, which, girl, you are on it. Like an investigative reporter. Okay? You are a fucking investigative reporter. I don't know what your degree says when you graduated college, but you are a fucking investigative reporter. Okay? Thank you so much for being that investigative reporter for us. Okay, I'll go on a hunt for an outfit. But you go on a whole different hunt, and I appreciate it. Okay, I get my information from your ass. But so I'm glad to know that she says that she has an investigation open on it, Garcelle. But we found out that it said leave Diana alone in one of them.
Right.
So that let me know. So that's why she's saying Diana had something to do with it. How the fuck you gonna send racist shit and then say leave Diana alone? And we'll get to that. But that was that answered my question, because the whole season we didn't hear nobody say. But I guess that happened after the season.
Yes, it was actually happening towards like mid-season. That's when Garcelle's son made that post.
Oh, when he started school.
Yeah,
because she said it was his first week of school.
Yeah,
I cannot imagine.
First week of school, and he actually I saw when he posted that. And he was just like, leave me alone. I'm 14 years old. Leave me alone.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
So next we have Dorit's robbery.
Yes.
What are your feelings?
I can't even imagine what she went through. I mean, it's fucking horrible. And like she said, you don't really know what, it does to a person. I mean, it's she's had problems in her marriage. She's been depressed. She's, gone through a lot of things. She said,
hold on, Mary. She had problems in her marriage because of the
she said as a result of the robbery, that there was problems with her marriage because she was so depressed. Remember, she said, and she had a wonderful, she said, I have a wonderful marriage, but you know, I've had problems in my marriage as a result.
That must have went in one ear and out the other.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. So tell us, because you know what, I'm gonna be honest. I'm so tired of hearing about her robbery to where I bet you that went in one ear and out the other.
She said,
I didn't get that.
She was saying as of a result of basically the PTSD that she suffered because of the robbery. Like one of the things is, you know, that she's like had problems. Like not like real, like I'm not saying like they're gonna get a divorce because of it, but I'm sure, you know, she's been depressed. She's probably like not herself and shit, like right after the robbery. She had trauma. You know what I mean? I know you're not a Dorit fan. I can see by the look on your face. You're like, yeah, whatever. But can you imagine somebody coming into your house, Indigo, coming into your safe space, and you got your babies in the next room, and they're sticking a gun in your face, and they're sticking a gun in your face?
No, I can't.
Okay, so
I do feel bad for her. I do.
Right, you know what I mean?
Mary, I have a reading on Indigo Sage Tarot about whether or not it was true. My cards, the emotions, I channeled the emotions that she had, and I said, you guys, I said, this was real according to her. And I even admitted that I didn't believe her at first. Like, I can admit, like, I admitted that.
And
but
that's another thing, you know, a lot of people don't believe it's true. A lot of people think that
my cards, hold on, Mary.
Right.
My cards said that this woman, the emotions that she said that she felt were real. Right. And I told them, I said, with my card saying that her emotions were real, that means it was real to her. But one thing that I had threw up there was that it doesn't mean that her husband didn't
set it up.
Tell her, set it up.
Set it up.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's another thing.
Her emotions are real.
But will PK fucking do that to her? Will PK have two guys?
The thing is, the season hadn't started.
But I mean,
this is right after the last reunion.
I know, but still, just think about as a husband and wife. Think about as a husband.
We never delved in deep to PK and Dorit's marriage. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that man feels about her until like he
Your
only
kids are in the house though.
But if he set it up, then he would have been able to tell them, don't you shoot anyone. Like if it was a setup.
Okay, but then still think about it this way. Okay, if it was a setup.
And his kids was
if
not
it was a setup
because they were in their room.
If it was
kids
a setup,
don't even know what the hell happened.
Okay, if it was a setup and say if this scenario happened, these guys break in, they go into Dorit's room, they stick the gun in her face, she starts screaming like a lunatic, and precious little Phoenix wakes up and goes running into mommy's room because we all know how precious Phoenix is. Mommy, what's going on? Mommy, what's going on? And sees a man, a big bad man with a gun in mommy's face. Will PK want to risk that? He knows how precious his little daughter Phoenix is. And then Jagger wakes up. Mommy, what's happening? What's happening? And then you have your children traumatized because they saw a big bad man sticking a gun in mommy's face and mommy screaming, help, help, help.
You have a point, bitch. You have a point.
All this for what? An insurance scam? For what? For what?
Storyline.
For a storyline? For a couple of $1,000? For a couple of $1 million? For what? For an insurance scam? To fucking traumatize your children for life? Precious little Phoenix and Jagger seeing mommy with a big man gun. I mean, come on. Phoenix doesn't even want to be drinking Coca-Cola after 8 o'clock at night. Come on.
Moving right along to Crystal's package. They brung up the usage of violated. What are your thoughts on her using the goddamn word violated?
I'm so tired of the goddamn word violated.
I know, me too. But what do you feel? Was that appropriate or not appropriate? Okay, so I'll take the lead. So I feel like,
girl, if she felt violated, then she felt violated.
Exactly, I feel that way too.
You know, I mean,
you cannot tell a person they don't feel
what
violated.
What the hell are you, the thesaurus police?
Wait,
the fuck?
And you said that because they told her to use another word.
They told her to use another word. I mean, it's all the same thing.
Wait. I agree.
The cinnamon.
Can't nobody tell me what word to use or how to fuck I feel about any goddamn thing. Fuck you and the truck you ran in on or whatever. Like, you cannot tell me what word to use on how I feel. So I was with Crystal the whole time and she was like, if I felt violated, then that's the word I'm gonna use. Like, you can't make me use a different word. Now, then, you know, later on they do talk about how she says Kyle used the word violated too.
Yes. And Kyle uses the word, I have to use the word.
Well, Kyle said I used it on my house being robbed, not somebody bringing me a coat.
Kyle could use violated, but Crystal can't. So, yes.
Well, that's what they were saying. But Kyle had a good point where she said,
right, yes.
That was about my house being robbed.
Yes, right. Not about a coat.
And I said, you better come through, Kyle. You better come through. Because Kyle rarely have good, like, points that I agree with, like good, meaningful points. But that was good.
But that was a good point. That was a good point, Kyle. Yep. Kyle came through. Kyle came through.
So what's your thought about her usage of the dark comment when describing Sutton's comments?
She was being dramatic.
She
was being dramatic.
Thank you.
Like Kyle says, what is she, a millennial or something?
I hate to be labeling. I don't label people like that.
I don't know. I'm just joking.
No, but I know that everybody else in the world besides me, I don't label people because I don't even know what my generation is. Should I deny my age? I'm forever 26.
There you go.
I don't even know what people are talking about when they refer ages and shit. Because first of all, I'm ageless. So I don't know what people are talking about when they want to. Because to me, when you start talking about these millennials and the 10-year labeling, you're automatically saying that their mind is going to work like this. They're going to think like this. And I've always been different. And so I don't like that. Like, I'm not with it because I've always been what you call, when I'm putting on my quote fingers, different.
Right.
People have always tried to label me and they just can't because I'm just me and I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck.
I don't. Like, no fucks given. Like, and that's, I have a fuck account. And there's only so many fucks in that account that I can give. And so I'm very careful with who gets my fucks. And not too many people do.
I don't blame you, girl. Yeah, so Crystal and her stupid dark comment gotta go. Because Sutton's comment did not deserve the dark label.
I was wondering what was about that was dark. And then she goes in and says it was the tone. Like, Crystal was ate up. Do you feel like Crystal was ate up by them women with that dark comment? She was ate up.
She was ate up. She was ate up by Andy. Andy said, I guess the lesson learned was not to go on TV talking about dark comments.
And then he even said, well, when I asked you on Watch What Happens Live, like he ate her up. The women ate her up. She was ate up. Did you say she's coming back next season?
Yeah, she's coming back next season.
Do you want her to be coming back next season?
Okay. But she's coming back next season. She was ate up though. That's why I'm saying during her little segment, she was like still auditioning. 14 of her friends are still not speaking to her.
You don't knock it off.
Dorit, I was very upset that you told the woman that I was still throwing up every day. I told you that. I told you that in confidence. And then the tears.
Hold on. Here's a quick question. When okay, so I don't know if you remember, but there was a time in this season where Crystal said, I want my friends to tell me the right direction if they feel like I'm going in the wrong direction. Now, she said that relating to them talking about Erica.
Right.
Then, when they did it to her, they all told her she should get some help. She told her husband, there's a scene where she tells her husband, and then Kathy comes to visit, and she's like, they can't tell me how to do my life or whatever. But isn't that the same thing though?
Yes, no.
Why would you say
exactly?
Yes?
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Why did she say yes to the women doing it to Erica and said, I would want them to tell me if they felt some kind of way?
And because then that was her being on her moral pedestal at the moment. And then when it was being done to her, it's like, oh no, you can't tell me how to run my life. No, you can't tell me how to run my life. But let's all get together and tell Erica how to run hers.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And then at some point she tells them, I've been getting help since I was 13. Well, wait a minute. You let us believe that you wasn't getting no help and that it was a problem. And then at the end you bust out with, I've been getting help since I was 13. Which is it? It makes me want to just bang on the table. Which is it? Why would you allow them to tell you, like, you need to get some help, you need some help, and then you sit there and say, I've been getting help since I was 13. Bitch, I'm done.
Which is okay. I don't know.
Kyle is asked about her reaction to Sutton bringing up her miscarriages to Diana at Garcelle's party. Kyle admits her reaction was terrible, and I wonder, like, why she did that. Like, do you remember when, because they're talking about the Kyle and Sutton moment where, like, Kyle grabbed Sutton.
Yes.
When they were at Garcelle's party.
Yes.
And how Kyle didn't believe. It appeared Kyle did not believe it. She said a bunch of disrespectful shit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now that's the one. And that time I felt like, oh, I want 5 minutes with you.
Yes. Yes.
When, Sutton said, I've had, and Sutton started crying because she's a softie. And there's nothing wrong with being a softie. It's nothing wrong with being a softie.
Nothing wrong with being a softie. Nope.
There's nothing wrong with me being me because I'm not a softie. And people act like I'm wrong. But Kyle rips into Sutton and pretends like she doesn't believe her. What did you about those miscarriages that she was vulnerable and admitted? What did you think about that?
I thought Kyle was a real shitty friend. Kyle was a real.
Was she ever a friend?
No, I think Kyle's a real fair weather friend, honestly, to Sutton. And I don't like it at all. I think Kyle is very quick to throw Sutton under the bus.
Yes.
Kyle's very quick to just throw Sutton out there for her own purposes. She's
what are her own purposes? What are her own purposes?
Like just for Sutton told me Well, like it just in whatever scenario, Sutton is always
But what is Kyle's purpose of doing that though?
Because Sutton's a really good, because she knows that Sutton has a good heart, and like you
Oh,
say,
and she'll forgive her. And she'll forgive her for that bullshit.
Yes,
She don't do that with nobody else. She don't do that with Garcelle.
No. She don't do that with Erica.
Let me tell you something. If
she
a
don't do that
motherfucker
with
kept
Erica.
throwing me under the bus, I got something for you.
She don't do that with Erica.
True.
Because Erica.
She screamed. She did scream and holler and said, "I can't defend you."
Mm-hmm. Well, and then she was crying in the next scene with Erica hugging on her. Am I right?
Yes. Well,
I don't want us to fight.
Now, okay, moving on to why would Erica tell Crystal so they back with Crystal, okay? But why would Erica tell Crystal to take laxatives? Erica says, I said that's what I would do. And then Erica says, well, I used to be a dancer, and that's what I would do. How do you feel about that? Why you it look like
Erica needs to shut up. Erica is just one of those people that are just, I don't even know how to explain it.
A wreck of the mouth.
Yes.
A wreck of the mouth.
Yes. That just has diarrhea of the mouth and just doesn't know when to fucking zip it. She always just has, I feel like Erica just always has to talk just for the sake of talking. You know what I mean?
Oh, the people who want to hear themselves talk.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. I don't like them.
Just shut the fuck up already. She's like, yeah, I was a dancer, and when I wanted to lose 5 pounds, I would just take a whole box of laxatives.
And then told her she can eat a chicken strip. Then Andy asked Crystal how she felt about Dorit sharing that she vomits every day. Crystal says that was not okay. And Dorit says, really? Let me tell you something.
And only on this show, you would have a conversation, okay? No, Dorit, it's not okay that you told the ladies that I vomit every day. And Dorit's like, really?
Really? Yeah.
And the look on Dorit's face, she was like,
I was so pissed.
Only on this show you would have this conversation. And I swear, like on cue, Crystal starts to cry.
Okay, well, wait, we're talking about Dorit Chaz. Why did Dorit? I am so irritated with Dorit pretending like she had no idea. Like, I wasn't supposed to say that you be vomiting every night. What don't you understand about that? Like, that don't even make no sense. That wasn't on camera. She said that was private. I told you a private. And then you took it to the girl. She said, well, they was talking about you already. And but you know what? I can guarantee this. They're not good close friends no more. I guarantee that much. Okay, so here's the thing. Crystal is learning.
Dorit's not a person you could trust with secrets.
Crystal is learning. Crystal is learning. I guarantee that. Crystal is learning. She's learning. And here's Crystal's fault. She's trying to kiss up to every motherfucking body on there. Mm-hmm. And they recognize it. So they're going to use you before you could use them. They don't know. You got 14 missed friends and all this shit. They're going to, which they already said that they had, put that throughout the group. Because a couple of them said that they already knew that Crystal had 14 missing friends or whatever. So with everybody knowing that, and you bouncing around to each of them, because I didn't know that her and Dorit had a private conversation. Why y'all having a private conversation? What you doing, Crystal? Okay, so Crystal, you're having a private conversation with the women. Off
She's
camera.
trying to start a new group of missing friends.
Okay, exactly. Replacing them 14, baby. And the thing about it is they know that and they know how to play the game. You don't know how to play the game yet, baby, sweetie. And the thing about it is, now I don't, well, I ain't got no opinion on, what's your opinion on Dorit saying she throws up every night to the group while she's not there?
She shouldn't have said it. She should have kept her fucking mouth shut. But it's Dorit, and it's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and come on. And they were talking about her, and they were talking about her eating disorder, and it was, you know, and it was in connection to the conversation.
They was already talking about you.
It was in connection to the conversation.
They was talking about you.
And we were filming. So, you know, it was a perfect time to bring it up.
No, Dorit is, I don't know. I feel like Dorit is
I cannot do a Dorit voice. So that's my Dorit voice. Okay. You know.
Now, they bring the violation up and she accuses Kyle of not getting to know her. But right before that, she tells Kyle, you use the word violated too. So why can't I? Kyle says, yeah, but I was robbed, not because someone brought me a jacket. The group agrees it's very different, and I do too. Being robbed and saying you feel violated, and someone bringing you, knocking on the door and bringing you a jacket and saying you feel violated. It's on the surface. On the surface, it's different.
But see, Crystal felt violated in a sense because she has body dysmorphia, and it's all in connection to her eating disorder. It all goes back to her eating disorder. So that's why she used such a strong word, because in her mind she felt violated because somebody just walking in on her and seeing her in a state of undress and with her body dysmorphia is a violation.
I understand. Crystal doubles down on the Michael Jackson being problematic. And
why is Michael Jackson problematic?
Down on Michael Jackson being problematic.
Michael Jackson. Why is Michael Jackson problematic? I want to know. Okay. Yes, I agree. He had accusations, but he beat the case. Isn't a man in this country innocent until proven guilty? He went to trial and he was found not guilty. And that is all I'm going to say on the subject. You could call me an old fart. I am a Michael Jackson fan. I was singing Michael Jackson karaoke in Cancun a few months ago. I did not know requesting Michael Jackson was
problematic. Okay, because that's a bullshit.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Crystal addresses the 14 friends that she lost, and she says she lost them after.
I don't know. Maybe they're under my bed somewhere. I don't know where the fuck Crystal.
She lost them after filming. Then she changes it to before the show, and I'm confused because there
was the whole thing of no. It was once they found out that I was going to be cast on the show.
That's so retarded.
So I didn't start filming yet.
Do you feel like it's bullshit?
I feel like part of it is bullshit. I feel like some of them might have
but you know what? Okay, wait, Mary. The women said that they already knew before she came on the show that she had lost those 14 friends before she even came on the show. I hate to clap talk, but before she came on the show, that's what there's 3 women, and I had talked about it already in a previous review, but 3 women, and Rena was one, Kyle and Sutton, and maybe even Garcelle. They said they heard before she came on the show that she lost the 14 friends.
Then it's bullshit.
Okay.
Total bullshit.
Diana. So moving right along, Diana is being called a madam. What do you think about that?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, I believe that she was a madam at one point in time.
Okay, what do you feel about Diana's lip licking? She said,
listen, I'm gonna not try to make fun of her because I have my own nervous tics. I play with my
no,
hair.
I know, we all do.
We all
like,
have nervous tics.
Human.
So let's not make fun of her.
No, I'm not. But
because
I saw
okay. Because there's a lot we can rip into Diana for. So let's not. If she says it's a nervous tick, okay, it's a nervous tick. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it alone.
Well, I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Okay, you say what you want to say because she says it's a nervous tick.
No, I believe it. No. Here's what I want to say. Like, I'm glad that was addressed. I'm so glad because so many of us saw it and wanted to know why.
Right.
I'm so glad that she said
there are whole Twitter threads dedicated to that shit.
I didn't know that.
Whole Twitter accounts dedicated to Diana's tongue. Okay, girl.
Is it called Diana's tongue?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not even fucking kidding.
It's called Diana's tongue. Okay.
Yes, some variation of it. I mean, I may be wrong, but there is like a Twitter. Yes, girl.
I'm glad that was addressed because I called her lizard lips. I called her lizard lips. I did.
I think somebody actually has a Twitter account called Diana's Lizard Tongue, if I'm correct. Something like a girl, yes.
Now, okay, moving right along. Black content creators. Crystal said that Diana said to her, after Crystal reached out to her, after all of that she said, can you, and this is a quote, can you believe there are Black content creators out there being mean just to troll us? And all I wanted to say is all races troll. There are content creators of every race, and I know we all know that because we all have common sense, but there are content creators of every single fucking race and every single fucking language, okay? And there is a small percentage because these trolls are small. They are small, and all races have trolls. All races. There is no one race that has trolls. So with this definition where Crystal says that Diana said, can you believe there are Black content creators out there being mean to us, to troll us? Bitch, all of the races will troll your motherfucking ass. So check your motherfucking self because all races will troll you, not just one.
No, Diana was saying that she didn't mean the word Black as in a race, that she meant the Black as in a dark sense. Black is in relating to dark because in her country, Black is similar to dark. It relates to being dark and mean, which, can you hear me banging off my mic? I call bullshit.
Yeah, I call bullshit too.
First of all, I'm going to give some brief background because I saw this all happening in real time. This is in connection with an Instagram account of a content creator named Philly Diva. And she is Black. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So she posted something, I want to say in the beginning of the season. Honestly, I don't even remember what it was. But she posted something, I think it was a meme or maybe a short video, something about Diana. Okay. And Diana commented on it. How does it feel being a Black content creator? And you can see clearly in her profile picture, Indigo, that she is Black.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, guys, please do not hang me out to dry. I mean, please, I could be wrong, but I believe it was a video clip that you could see Philly Diva in the clip. So there is no way that Diana did not know that this woman was
that she was
black.
talking to someone black.
Right. Like there is no way
Full
that
of
she
shit.
could plead ignorance
She's
and say,
full of
"Oh,
shit.
I didn't know she was black. I didn't know she was." First of all, you look at if you go to Philly Diva's IG, the picture is a black woman. You click on the actual profile. You see, it's obvious.
She's full of shit.
She's full of shit. And I believe the content that she commented on was, I mean, don't, I may be wrong, was something that you could see that it was a black woman. And Diana made that comment. And
yeah,
then
she did.
And then she's like, "Oh, well, I was
I
referring
didn't know.
to, a dark web content creators who troll us."
That's what she said. She's so full of shit.
And now, Philly Diva is very pissed off at the way the whole situation was represented on the reunion, and she's been going off on Instagram all day. And from what I understand, she may be at BravoCon tomorrow. Somebody may have hooked her up with tickets to BravoCon tomorrow because
don't talk to her.
Oh hell yeah, she is really pissed off.
I'm sure Diana's not gonna be there. Do you think Diana's gonna be at BravoCon?
Diana is not at BravoCon. No, she is not. But the rest of the cast is.
Yeah, but we don't want. Do we want her at BravoCon?
No, we do not.
What do you feel about her giving money to the victims after the show? After she said the lady,
I think that she was just doing it because she knew that she wasn't a sympathetic figure on the show, and she just wanted to like, look, I'm not that bad. Here, I gave some money to the orphans and widows. I'm sorry, I know I'm mean, but that's the way I feel. I feel like she just did it to, give some money to the orphans and widows.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Now, Diana being accused of sending the bots. Garcelle is asked straight out, do you believe that Diana sent the bots? And Garcelle says, yes, I do believe Diana was behind the bots. Now, the reason I'm so glad, like I said earlier, I'm glad that we now saw that it said leave Diana alone. Like the bots said leave Diana alone. It said some horrendous things that if didn't have a white daddy, that you would have a knee to your neck. That's bullshit. And then that same one, it said leave Diana alone. So yeah, now I understand why she feels like Diana had something to do with it.
And then the fact that Diana texted Garcelle and it was upset that her son didn't, cross out Diana's name, to make sure.
Exactly. That was nuts. That was nuts. That was nuts. That was nuts. And I wrote, bitch, please. And my notes, bitch, please let me get close to you. And I also wrote, I understand why she didn't show up in real life. I understand now why Diana, let me stop hitting this table. I understand now why Diana is not there in person. Bitch, I would beat your ass fucking with my kids. Well, I don't have kids. I have one child, but fucking with my child.
I just want to read a tweet from Sincerely Blog, okay, on Twitter. And that's with 2 G's, okay? And this, I think, fucking covers that whole segment. Being black is a threat, Diana. I'm sure it took everything out of Garcelle not to jump up in. When Diana was going on and on about being threatened and her children, and in my country, it's not a threat, it's murder. Honey, and this is coming from the resident white girl out of the two of us. Even I know this. In this country, just being black could be a threat. Okay, Diana? So shut the fuck up. Get the fuck down.
I'm nodding. I'm nodding. Y'all can't see
Okay.
me, but I'm nodding.
Okay. So shut the fuck up, Diana. Sit the fuck down. Okay. You and your privileged white self, because even the white girl out of the two of us, when I saw this tweet, I was like, yes, yes, yes. And I retweeted it because that doesn't that summarize the whole thing? She's like, oh my goodness, when Jax put that up, he put my whole family at risk. My children could have been killed. They could have been burnt. A bitch, just being black in this country is a fucking threat. Are you kidding me?
It very much is. And my thing is, did they cut out why it said leave Diana alone? The shit said leave Diana alone. Mm-hmm. Leave Diana alone. Why would a bot say, and I don't know about bots, and I was this close.
Which I'm gonna do some research on it for our second part.
Bots, yeah, because how would a bot say leave Diana alone?
Yeah, I know.
Why would a bot say leave Diana alone?
I know.
Ooh, everybody gonna be in trouble if I look up bots.
No, we're gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do some basic research, like the next time around. But okay. But that tweet covers it all. Like, yeah. I don't know how Garcelle didn't get up and say, "Bitch, being black in this country is a threat."
I tell you why she didn't get up is because Diana is virtual.
Right, I know, but you know what I mean. Get up too, like, baby. Like yell at the screen, like "Bitch, being black."
We don't even know what it's. But you know what? She classy, babe. Right. Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm classy. I'm very classy. And some people take classiness for weakness. But they be having to learn that no, baby, I'm not, because I will hit you with my words. But I will stay seated because I'm classy based with my legs crossed. All right. So Garcelle, one thing about Garcelle is she's classy.
Yes.
But Garcelle did express herself every step of the way. And I appreciate that because she showed up more now, her third season versus her first and second. Like, she came to play this season. Do you agree?
She did. Yes, she did. Garcelle.
She played as much as Kyle did. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that? Mm-hmm. Do you believe that's why they both had the finale?
Yes. Yeah.
I am so happy that you came and played with me.
And I'll be back. 2 and 3.
Okay, because I'm like number 2. Ew. All right, because hopefully this is gonna get juicier.
Yes.
Because they talked about this Crystal and the Reed this time.
It's gonna get juicier. It's gonna get juicier because Kathy still gotta come.
I know. Did you see the commercial for Kathy? Kathy said, "You are the biggest villain. You are the biggest villain in Hollywood.
Biggest bully in
Hollywood. I cannot.
Girl.
Wait.
Bitch. I can't wait. Bitch, I can't wait.
I cannot wait.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us. Please remember to click like and subscribe, okay? To know when we are going to, or me, okay? To know when the next review and recap is going to be available. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And the next one is what coming up? Okay. All right. Bye.